Hey guys, welcome to the fifth and final Transfer Tuesday for the month of May 2023. I cannot believe that I'm filming the last Transfer Tuesday for the month of May, because that means that tomorrow is the end of May and we are officially, in a couple of days time, in the final month of the second quarter, also the final month of the first half of the year. Like, where is the time going? I mean, 2023 for me just feels like it's flying by. But in any case, today's video is all about Transfer Tuesday. And if you're new around this part and are not familiar with what Transfer Tuesday is a money movement that was started by Mary over at Pennies Not Perfection, with the idea being that we look for money within our budget and send that towards our financial goals. Everybody on YouTube following the Transfer Tuesday movement have different financial goals that they're working towards. Some are paying off debt, some are saving for emergency fund, some are sinking funds, some are saving for holidays. It is varied, it's wide range, and if you are interested in joining, you're more than welcome to join us. We're a very supportive community, and we just love learning about what other financial moves people are doing in their lives. It's very motivating. So for me personally, I've been using the Transfer Tuesday videos to help me save £5,000 for my travel for 2023. I've been using my 100 envelope savings challenge to save that £5,000. Obviously, with this 100 savings challenge, envelope savings challenge, it helps you save 5,050. Okay, but I'm using it just for the 5,000 part so that I can use that money towards my vacations for 2023, because that's one of my 2023 goals. As you can see behind me, all my 2023 goals are there. So for the month of May, the final Transfer Tuesday, the fifth Transfer Tuesday, what I've decided to do is I am going to make transfers today. I am going to give you a lowdown of all the transfers for the month of May, what has happened, and then my plans for the rest of the year. And it's been incredible. Let me just begin with a recap of the Transfer Tuesdays we've had in May. And I have my trusted mobile here where I have written everything down in my notes, which you can't really see it, which is great. So first part is week one. Week one, I saved £31, and that brought my total save to £3,741, because I believe I started off with 3,710 at the beginning of May, but I had £263 in cash. So if you're new around this part and have not heard me say this before, I have been saving and using at the same time. So essentially, I have saved in total 3,741 at the beginning of the month, but of that money, I only had 263 in cash with me, because the rest I spent on other vacations that I've been on so far in 2023. So then we moved to week two. Week two, I saved £40 to bring my total save to 3,781. Then during the first week and the second week of May, I actually went to France with my girls on a girls trip. So I used the money that I saved, the 263 pounds that I'd saved. I used that money for that trip, and I actually blew the budget a little bit. So I went over by just under £30. So I restarted the pot and I had £41, but I said in my third Transfer Tuesday that I was going to recalculate the numbers, which I have done, and I'll tell you more about that at the end of this video. Then in week three, I sent £52 towards my 100 envelope savings challenge. That brought my total saves to £3,833, and £93 was what I had in cash. Week four, I added £38. That brought my total save to 3,871, and that I then had £131 in cash. And last week's Transfer Tuesday was my 100th Transfer Tuesday that I did. I was very happy to actually have reached 100 Transfer Tuesdays. Like, I have saved over £25,000 since I started this following this movement back in 2021. So I highly recommend it if you're not sure about starting. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. You don't have to share in a video. You can just comment on somebody's video and share your money moves that you are making. Then for this week, the final transfer Tuesday for the month of May, I mentioned last week that I wanted to at least end May with £4,000 saved. So having saved 3,871 by the time I reached last week, I had £129 left to save, and that's exactly what I am transferring today towards my 100 envelope savings challenge. And what's different here is I actually transferred it yesterday, but because yesterday was a bank holiday, I also went ahead with my friend and we booked trips for the rest of the year, and I'll show you how I've broken that down. So with the £129 saved, that's actually envelopes 59, envelope 33, and envelope 37. When you add these three together, you get £129. So I have saved I have saved of the 5,050, I have saved £4,000. Saved and used £4,000. £4,000. That's how much I have saved and used in the first half of 2023. Now, I say the first half, even though some of the trips that I've booked are in the second half of it, but I'm just saying up until this point, this is how much I've saved and used. So I would have had £260 in cash had I kept the £129 plus the £131 I had saved up until last week. But I have used that money as follows. I have sent about £42.50 to my December trip. One of the things that I have made a mission of mine is to ensure that every December I have a reset type of trip where I do absolutely nothing. So no going out exploring or anything like that, just relaxing by the pool and having the best time of my life. That's exactly what I intend to do in December. So I have booked on one of these Spanish islands, so I'm gonna go there in December for a couple of days. Then for the November trip, for those of you who've been watching my videos, you know that I have a November trip in the Indian Ocean somewhere for 10 days. I won't tell you where, but I literally was just like, I need to do something for that trip. I need to send something. So I put £43.58 towards that trip. Then September trip, I initially didn't think I was going to do a trip in September, but I can't sit still. So I sent £88 towards my trip in September. In August, I'm going on a girls' trip. Oh my God, we're so excited. I'll tell you all about it when I come back. But the deposit for that was £58, so I sent that as well. And then for the May trip, like I said, when I went on a girls' trip at between the first week of May and the second week of May, I overspent by £27.92, and that's exactly what I have done. So looking at the entire amount that I had made from the second week of May through to the end of May, I took £27.92 and sent that over to the overspending that I had at the beginning of May, and then distributed the rest of the money towards the other trips that I have in the month, well, not just in the month of May, but from December, for the December trip, the November trip, September trip, August trip, and then finally the May trip. So yeah, that is everything for my Transfer Tuesday. This is, I feel like, one of the longest Transfer Tuesdays I have done, but I had so much that I wanted to share. I'm very excited to see how I get on with the final 1,000 that I have. Now, for this challenge, I have 1,050 left to save, but for my goal, I have £1,000 left to save for my trip. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to start actually saving that money next month, and essentially what I've decided to do is, for the £1,000 that I have left to save, I'm actually going to save and keep for my November and December trips. That's what I've decided to do, that I'm going to keep it for those two trips and not spend it. So from the first Transfer Tuesday, which will be next week in June, all of that money that I save on Transfer Tuesdays towards the 100 envelope savings challenge outside. So the 1,000 I will save, the 50 I will probably throw to one of my trips that I have coming up. But that is my intention, that the 1,000 I completely save it and use it the last 2 months of the year for those trips. So I think that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to share in the comments what you did this week to move your money towards the right direction. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.